And when you're feeling ready, making your way onto your front. If we have a bolster or a pillow nearby, then that's great, but we can do all of these movements without. So we're just going to start off really relaxed, just with our forearms stacked and our forehead resting on the forearms. Just observing sensations running through the body. Just coming into the body. When you're feeling ready, we bend the right leg, we take the right hand onto that right foot, and we relax it down. If this feels a bit too intense, then you can grab a belt and hook it around the foot and hold on to the end of the belt so that you don't have to pull the leg quite so deeply in. It could be further away from the body. Allow that complete relaxation down through the target area, which here is the thighs, the pelvis. However, the more of the body we can relax down into that yin-like state, the more we ourselves begin to fall into that yin-like essence as well. When we allow ourselves to relax the muscles of the body, to still the pupils and to slow the breath, coming into stillness and relaxing, it can signal to the parasympathetic nervous system that it's okay and we're safe. It can switch on, allowing that rest and digest mode. That relaxation of the muscles also allows us to go deeper than the yang tissues of the body into what is known as the yin tissues of the body. What is yin and yang is relative to what we're looking at. So if we're looking at the sky, then the sun would be yang because it's warm and it's moving, whereas the moon would be yin because it's cooler, it's still, it's hard, and it's dark. However, when we're looking at just the moon, the outer surface of the moon would be considered more yin, and the deep surface of the moon, or the deeper core of the moon, would be yin. So these deep tissues of the body that are hard, they're a little bit cooler, are thought to be our yin tissues. I'm going to swap sides when you're feeling ready, like so. These yin tissues are thought to respond best to long, still holds. It's thought to improve their range of motion, improve their length and their strength, their lubrication. And it's thought that in day-to-day life, they're constantly protected by something called the stretch response, where the muscles contract. So when we practice yin, we're just allowing ourselves to target these deep areas of the body, moving them in ways they enjoy to be moved. It's thought that day-to-day life can often be quite yang, where we're often on the go, doing rather than being, deciding and taking action and responding. So when we come into this stillness, this physical stillness and this mental stillness within yin, it can feel really unfamiliar and therefore a bit uncomfortable. When you're feeling ready, we drop that leg long and we just allow ourselves to prop ourselves up onto our forearms. So this is our next pose, along with a counter pose. So your elbows underneath your shoulders, your arms out in front, or in prayer pose if you prefer. If you are in this variation and you'd like to intensify, then you can lift yourself up into seal, or if you'd like to make it more gentle, you can keep your arms in line with your shoulders, but move them further out in front so that it's not quite so intense on the lumbar spine. Wherever we are, we would quite like to relax through the shoulders, all the way down to the toes. Your arms, however, are engaged and they are holding you up in place. There is a lovely compression going on through the back here, which will target the urinary bladder meridian, and a lovely extension through the tummy that will target the stomach meridian. When we practice yin, we're not only thought to be improving these physical parts of the body and allowing a relaxation for our nervous system and for our mind, but we're also thought to be working with the meridian system, which derives from traditional Chinese medicine theory that there are ley lines or channels of energy or prana running through your body, and that these ley lines help carry this unlimited life force, that vital energy that is running through you and to you at every moment is carried by these channels. It's thought that when we have areas of blockages, areas of resistance or tension or stagnancy within our physical body or our energy body or our emotional body, that all of these can create a resistance to that natural flow of energy. So what we're doing in yin is just clearing the path. We come into a state of allowing physically, emotionally, mentally, so that the energy that is flowing to us can easily flow through us, giving us that overall sense of well-being. Each meridian is thought to relate to different internal organs, different emotions, and when we do have blockages in certain areas, it's thought that we can begin to feel certain emotions in excess or lack. So in yin, we're not only balancing the yin-yang energy body, but we're balancing our emotional body, our meridian body. When you're feeling ready, we're going to come into our counter pose. So you're going to draw your right arm like so out in front, parallel to the front of the room. Your left arm comes out parallel to the side of the room, as does your left leg. We relax down here. Rest your head onto the right forearm or palm. When you're feeling ready, we move on to the other side. The further that knee is from your pelvis, the more of a release we have through the inner hips and lower back. Whenever you're feeling ready, draw both palms underneath your shoulders and send that leg back. We're coming into our next position. You might grab a bolster for this one, or a pillow. However, if we don't have one, we can just use a cushion or a stack of cushions if you prefer. So I'm going to draw the bolster out in front. We draw the knees around the bolster, like so. From here, it's up to you whether you come like so. So this is your down face hero pose. If we don't have anything, we can just lay our forearms down and place a little bit of pressure into the floor instead. So we have the option to stay here in this more gentle down face hero pose, or we have the option to draw your knees back until they align with your pelvis from a bird's eye view. Then draw the shins parallel to the side of the room and melt into your frog pose. This is quite dependent on how supportive your bolster is. If we don't have a supportive bolster, we probably would want to keep the knees forwards in our down face hero pose instead. When you're ready, we relax. Allow that softening down through the muscles of the target area. Yin can be a very grounding practice, where we come back into the body in stillness. It allows us to observe how the breath can change the sensations that we feel, enhancing these sensations as we breathe in and allowing that gentle dissipation of sensation as we breathe out. When you're feeling ready, as slowly as you can, we use the hands to make our way up, and then we come round onto our back. We first draw the knees together, draw the feet wide, and then guide the hands like so into a little frame. We allow a frame for the head, opening through the entire body here. If you find it difficult to keep that frame position, then absolutely feel free to just relax your arms down by your side instead. When you're ready, send your legs long and release your arms wide. Allow that complete relaxation of your body here. Every muscle from the crown down to the toes is heavy. Observe the breath drawing in and out of your nose. And whilst the body is quiet and listening here, we're going to plant a sankalpa. Be absorbed into the cells and atoms of your body. It could be an I am mantra, such as I am relaxed, I am calm, I am love. Or it could be a Sanskrit mantra, such as Satnam or Soham. When you're ready, bend your legs one by one and roll onto one side, making your way into an upright seated position. Namaste.